Greetings IS-318 staff. My name is Mr. Siami. I'm in room 119 and I'm going to show you how to add a printer to your machine if you can't print currently. A lot of people can't print because the printers got unplugged in August. So here we go. So you got to go to your Windows in the bottom left corner to your Windows icon and go to Settings, and then you got to go to Devices, and then you can see when you click on printers all the printers that your machine has access to. So right now I don't have any of the printers, these public printers on my machine, so I'm going to add one and so you can see how to do it. So what you got to do is you got to click Add, and then it'll try to find printers that are already there. Even if you think one of these is your printer, don't do it because it might be like an old version of that printer. Just go, once this shows up, click that printer. The printer that I want isn't listed. And then you have to click this where it says add a printer using an IP address or host name. That's what this is, IP address, host name. So you can use either one. And they both have different advantages. If you use the IP address, it'll work really fast, but the problem is IP addresses get reset often. If you use the domain name, it'll take longer to get it to work, like it'll spool for longer, but then it won't get reset whenever they reset the printers or unplug the Wi-Fi or whatever, okay? So this is, look how fast it is. I'm gonna do room 103, so 10.29. I'm just typing that number in that email that you just received for that printer. Better yet, I just realized after I got that phone call, instead of, you could type it, but you could also just copy and paste from here so you don't make a typing error, especially if you do the domain name. And whether you're doing the IP address or the domain name, you put it in the same field right here. So where it says host name or IP address, host name and domain name in this case are synonymous. So anyway, here's the, I just pasted that IP address from the email so you're less likely to make a typing error. And now I'm going to see if I can locate that printer through the internet. I paused the video, but it takes a little while. Like it took me like 20 seconds. Then here you can rename your printer, which you should totally do because this like string of text isn't going to be useful later. So just be like, you know, room 103 printer or whatever. Okay, so then you create the name. Then when you go to the next one, don't share it. Because if you share it, other people might accidentally select it when they're doing this, and then they'll print to the wrong place all the time, and then we'll waste a ton of ink and paper. So don't share it. And also, like, everybody's going to have a different name that they renamed it, so they're not going to match up. So do not share this printer. Then you go to the next one, and then you click this, and then you can go check to see if it prints, and then you can go try to print another document and see if it worked. Okay, you could also use, remember, you could use this. It'll take longer whenever the computer's looking for it, but you could also copy and paste that into the same field that we did the IP address, and that will also work. Okay, before you ask me or Mr. James for help with printing, please watch this video. I guess it's too late because it's the end of the video, but you know, if you watch this and you figure it out, please help your neighbor teachers because we're all going to need to help each other to get this done quicker. Me and Dennis can only do so much, so please, please, please watch this and like tell everybody else to watch it. And everybody should, at this point, hopefully know how to do this because print, you know, we have to print all the time. So please teach your friends and your colleagues. And thank you very much. Bye-bye.